Hello, Wanyans are here. Alright, so you know what happens when one ends up not being good enough. You start experimenting and you go for two. So we're gonna see how a 2-on-1 action is. Not that I haven't done this before, if you know what I mean. But I got two drafts going on right now because of the way that this league, or the way that the NFL is doing their fantasy football this year. So they're just targeting specific days and going and keeping the same time for all of those. So the league on the left, that is an autographed jersey league. The league on the right is an autographed mini football helmet league. So I got the second pick in this one, and you're going to be looking at the draft history if you want to watch. Draft history is right here and right here, because you may not understand what I'm talking about because of how I might be talking about, say, the Anunnaki, and you might be looking at me mini. So the best way to keep up with what's going on in the draft would be the draft history, which is right there and right there. All right, so about 20 seconds left. We'll see what happens. If you've watched my other two drafts, I've been all over the place, and I'm trying not to draft a specific player this time. David Johnson is the first.
Your team is now on the clock.
David Johnson. I guess I'm going to go with Le'Veon. LaShawn, Odell.
Your team is now on the clock.
Okay, I guess that doesn't help. Can I go with I'm gonna go with DeMarco. Man, I got him last year in a couple drafts. Like middle of the draft. Everybody was scared off because of the Eagles. Kept on forgetting that he actually led the league in rushing when he was with Dallas. There's a girl named Cassandra in this league over here that just took Kay Galladay, wide receiver, Detroit, with the 4th pick in the draft. I mean, seriously? I haven't even taken... Oh, man. Thank you for your money. Jai. See, him and DeMarco both have a week 8 by. I mean, if you go by last year, even though he had a better quarterback at the moment, Jordan Howard, who now just got taken. I had to keep my mouth shut. Mike Evans. Everybody keeps taking everybody I put up there.
On the clock.
There goes Zeke, number 13. I'm going to go girly. I feel like being a girly girl. There's still a bunch of wide receivers. And this league over here is... I mean, I had the second pick. That's the problem. You have to wait. And then it comes back here and you get to pick 2 real quick. So it'll be interesting to see if any of these hit at the same time. And I might get rattled having 2 picks at the same minute 30. Wow. TY. I'll make a girly again. Marshawn scares me. Being off for a year, not knowing anything. A little bit of a run on my receivers on the Me Mini League. Oh, Marshawn gone. Man, people, slow. I want to pick. Let me pick my player. I am going to go girly over here if he's there.
Your team is now on the clock.
Some bitch. All that time. Man. Yeah, I'm gonna go Fournette. Uh-oh. 2 for 2.
Your team is now on the clock.
Alrighty. I'm gonna go Zeke.
Your team is now on the clock.
Look at that. Perfect timing. I'm gonna go Mixon. McCaffrey right after Mixon. Wow. Yeah, still think James Stewart's gonna have a little bit of a play in that. I think people are afraid of T.Y. Hilton in the one league because the quarterback's not there. I tell you what, any of those guys that are right there, except for maybe Demaryius Thomas, I'd be willing to take with my next pick. But I also like Carlos Hyde, who might have finally figured it out. But I already have 3 running backs. What do you do? Load up on wideouts, idiot. Marcus Mariota looked good the other day. What about Aaron Rodgers? How can you go wrong with Aaron freaking Rodgers? And my 3 top players will be all off on week 8. This one where I'm picking second, man. Tell you what, somebody just took Cook here in round 4, first pick. Man, T.Y. has come a long way in the last couple of years. Man, I'm trying to keep up with both of these. It's tough. It's tough to figure it out. I mean, obviously you figure out which one is going to be drafting first, but there's so many names and there's so many, everything's getting intertwined. Which league am I drafting? What do I already have? You know what? I'm going to take T.Y. if he's there. If not, I'm going Hyde. If Gorilla Head would pick. If everybody would pick. Please,
Your
people,
team
pick.
is now on the clock.
Alright, he took Dougie Baldwin. I'm going with T.Y. T.Y. is my first wideout, and he's a by 11 week. Gotta love those guys that go for a while before they're off. What will Sammy Watkins become out in LA? C.J. Anderson. Sorry if my chair is squeaking. It needs oil. Actually, it could be pretty exciting with 2 drafts going on at one time, but right now, where there's a lull, because people are idiots and don't come prepared. You're paying money, trying to win something. Figure it out. Over here, Terrell Pryor. That's a good pick. I like that. Ooh, LeGarrette Blount after C.J. Anderson. I'm not so sure about that. Hey, people, if you want to leave me Carlos Hyde, I'll take Carlos Hyde on the other side. And as soon as I say Carlos Hyde, he gets drafted on this side. And I can go for a wide out or somebody. There goes the run with that. Rodgers and Brady. Bilal Powell, number 37, right after Tom Brady. Wow. That's huge. Wow, Joe Mixon. For a person that's getting drafted in the 38th position, they're only picking them
Your team is now
for
on the clock.
251 yards. Wow. I'm gonna go Joe Mixon. Well, over here, I'll take him. I don't want Allen. I don't want Sammy. I don't want Crabtree. I take Tyreek. I take Jordan Reed. Don't want Powell. There goes Tyreek.
Your team is now on the clock. Your team is now on the clock.
Hey, did you see that? I got Tariq over here, and I'm going to get Carlos Hyde over here. Keenan. See, that stinks because I got week 8 prominent on my team over here. Tell you what, they haven't. Wow, they finally picked. Since my Tyreek Hill. Oh, Terrell just got taken. Boo. I'll tell you what, I think I'm going to take a quarterback here if he's available. Over here. Eddie Lacy, gone already. Wow. Yeah, I'm not sold on him out there. Not sold on him yet. Yep, not sold. Wow, finally some movement on the right-hand side. Eddie Lacy. Mark Ingram. Oh, I'm next over here, and somebody took Breeze. Son of a crapper. Very good. Take him. I like to take Devontae, but he's a week 8 guy. And I have a bunch of week 8 guys.
Your team is now on the clock.
Yep, just took Martavis Bryant, baby. All he does is score touchdowns when he plays. Marcus Mariota. Greg Olson. Jordan Reed. Drew Brees. What will Keenan Allen do this year, huh? What will he do? I need a top wideout. A second guy. Everybody's still on Golden Tate. Golden Tate. What do you think? Andrew Luck coming back for week 1? Will he be healthy? Even when he does come back. Dang, people are taking like the people that were value picks. Like Matt Ryan just got picked. I got him in like, no, the 10th round last year. It has come to that slow period. Damn. There is no Keenan Allen this year. How about Devontae Adams? All he does is catch touchdowns. He had 12 of them last year. Freaking 12. I'm putting Martavis in my Kiwi. Or Kui. Kaya. Kukuku. Whatever. I think he's going to be a beast. Think people are looking at the all list, or do you think that they're bouncing back and forth? Damn. Tyler Eifert just went. Bunch of quarterbacks left in this league. Frick. Guys are starting to get taken that I wanted. Oh, I'm taking Jordan Reed if he's there.
Your team is now on the clock.
There I go, Jordan Reed. Bryant just got taken over there. Which is good. I don't need to have him on every league. Let's see if Devontae's still there whenever I need him. Who to take? I'm going Devontae if he's there. But we'll chase 14 pick before 4 other people pick in the other league.
Your team is now on the clock. Your team is now on the clock.
Okay, I took Adrian Peterson over here. Because I figured he wouldn't be back after all these picks until I get back down there. Oh, wow. Who could be around? Don't really need... Tell you what, last year I was real high up on Russell Wilson and taking him. And he got injured. So now it's like, all right, well, what can happen?
Your team is now on the clock.
I'm going to take Andrew Luck. But don't be surprised if I take another quarterback. Because who knows what will happen with Andrew Luck. Actually, I kind of like my team. I need another wideout though. And I like these two. Like Decker and Marshall. They're both I-8s. Some bitch. Can't do that. I sometimes think that whenever you stick something up there, up in this area, that somebody else senses it and ends up taking them before you want to. See, look, Kansas City Chiefs, drafted by G-Men. See? 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 Just talking about that, weren't we? See? Guess I need a whiteout. And people might boo me when I make this pick, because it's probably way earlier than what it should be. I'm not a Golden Tate fan. Where was he for most of the year last year? I mean, that was all late yards. I think Brandon Marshall with a quarterback is going to be freaking phenomenal. I mean, I already got my 2 starters, and it would be backup anyway. Take Brandon Marshall as a backup if it comes down to it. I think Deshaun's going to get lost. Moncrief just got taken. Patriots defense. I still need a quarterback on the other side. And I'm thinking Marcus. Watch, I'm going to put him there and somebody's going to take him. Every time I take Cam, I end up not doing anything, or he doesn't do anything. The years that I don't have him, he does real well. A lot of quarterbacks. Oh, look, Brandon Marshall on the other side. See? Start talking about him. And what happens? He gets taken. Not projecting a lot for Crowder. Wow. Still need a whiteout, huh? Deshaun gone. I was just going to look at him. There goes a kicker. Tucker. Man.
Your team is now on the clock.
I took Eric Decker. Don't ask me why. Always liked him. And really, since all the kickers and defenses guys gone, I'll sit back and pick somebody up in a little bit. Kicker and all that. Some of these people I don't trust Meredith because of him and his new quarterback. John Brown might sell himself out of the league. All the other guys are just like not really that great. I thought about Cousins to protect myself from Luck not being able to come back, but as to me over here, I still need a starting quarterback.
Your team is now on the clock.
Let's go with Marcus Mariota. Welcome to our quarterback.
Your team is now on the clock.
Use a tight end. Martellus, welcome to the team. Me Mini. Oh, now I gotta go over here. Who should I protect Luck with? Do I trust Dak without Elliott? They're projecting Tyrod to have more than any of the other quarterbacks that are on the board right now.
Your team is now on the clock.
Jamison Crowder, welcome to the Anunnaki. The league in the left is starting to pick up. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I got 4 running backs. Week 6, week 11, week 8, and week 8. So I need a decent one. A lot of good players left on both sides. Staying away from New England, I'll tell you that. I'd like to grab another running back. Could use a quarterback too. Use a running or a wide receiver over here. Tell you what, Terrell Williams, I don't know what to do with because he did really well last year whenever Keenan was out. And how about Macklin? I usually would draft him, but I'm a Pittsburgher. I can't draft somebody from Baltimore. Sorry, fantasy might be fantasy, but I still can't do it. I've won enough leagues in the past without any Cleveland or Baltimore or Cincinnati players on my team that I feel secure about doing that. Dak or Derek? And over here, I don't have a clue, but I need a wide receiver. Alright, I'm probably going to go with Derek. Two guys coming back from injury. Maybe.
Your team is now on the clock.
I don't see anybody for Indianapolis on this side for me to team up. Alrighty, need a wide receiver over here. I'm not sold on him. He was a beast last year. They're not projecting him. Ooh, somebody took James Stewart over here. Somebody took Mac over here. Ooh. Well, I'm kind of looking whoever.
Your team is now on the clock.
All right. Who does my team want?
Your team is now on the clock.
I got my hookup. Decker and Marietta.
Your team is now on the clock.
I'm going defense over here. Going with the Chiefies. Week by 10 goes a long way for me. So I need bench. You could probably use another wide receiver over here. Ted Ginn. Teddy Ginn. Johnny Ross. See what? I don't trust any of the other ones up there. Pierre used to be half decent when he had in Indianapolis, but he had Manning as his quarterback. Cobb, maybe. I do like Ginn. I don't know who to take, but I think I need to take somebody. I'm trying to keep quiet, but I wouldn't mind picking up
Your
Jaquez
team
Rogers.
is now on the clock.
Here we go. Hello, Jaquez. I grew up with people down the street with the last name Rogers, so welcome to the team. Who to pick on this side? I need a kicker and a bunch of bench. And I got a bunch of running backs. I hear Ted Ginn is number 2 in New Orleans. That's a speed guy with Drew Brees chucking him the ball. Alright, so these ones are start at the same time, but are probably not going to end at the same time. Unless people really pick up the pace.
Your team is now on the clock.
I'll take the Steelers. Graham Gano a couple years ago was a big-time kicker with a lot of them when they went to the Super Bowl. I'm going to go with Vinatieri. Ooh, Rawls got taken.
Your team is now on the clock.
Took Big Ben.
team is now on the clock.
Teddy ball game, baby. He's my fourth wide receiver, so we can see what happens. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, kicker. I'm gonna, if Vinatieri's there, I'm going for him because of just the week 11 bye week. I don't have to worry about him kicking for a while. So we'll see. So who's going to be a starter in Baltimore?
Your team is now on the clock.
Vinatieri, baby. Okay, so the first draft is over. About, what, an hour, 5 minutes? Hour, 6 minutes? I wonder if people remembered it. Dwayne Allen. Is in New England now.
Thanks for attending the NFL Draft. Best of luck this season.
Hey, thanks for having me there, guy. All right. So I still have a kicker and a bench player to pick on this team. Okay, so I got 4 wide receivers on this team. Alright, looks like I'm going to go with a backup tight end and a kicker. I'll make the kicker my last pick. And I'm hoping to go Seabass in this one. Because 50-yard field goals come in handy. Two picks left.
Your team is now on the clock.
Okay, Dwayne Allen, welcome to the team. Well, Caro's there, I'm going to take Caro. Caro's not, I'm going to take, I don't know, Seabass. I don't want to be having to drop and pick up a kicker for a little bit. Or I would probably pick Hopkins. Crosby's always around. There, watch. I'll put him up there and he'll end up being picked. Because in the other league, I just took Vinatieri, so I don't know if I want to take Vinatieri again. Okay.
Your team is now on the clock.
No, don't trust. No. Sebastian, it's been a long time since I've drafted you. Let's see what happens. I play in so many leagues. I try to keep a different kicker on everyone. So when I'm watching the game during on a Sunday, 2/3 of the kickers I already have on my team somewhere. So about minute 6, 4 minutes later. Alright, so my next draft, since this was a 2 for night, isn't until, dang, next Saturday. Alright, so there won't be any more of this for me unless I do a Yahoo one, which I will eventually. I like to see what happens after all the cuts are made in week 4 of the preseason. So we're getting closer to that. Week 3, you got a better read on things. People were taking forever. Mike Wallace was taken after Seabass, and then Palmer was taken after him. If that's your starting quarterback, getting him in the last round, not bad. This team has potential. If luck comes back and is the same luck that he always is, I just got like a first round pick late in the game. And if not, then I got Dak, who really didn't have any problem with. I had him on one of my teams after he proved himself. I like those running quarterbacks. They help. Alright, so this one's almost done.
Thanks for attending the NFL Draft. Best of luck this season.
Alright, so common threads on these two teams. Nobody. As far as quarterback and running backs. Eric Decker. Oh, so not much at all. But I also had two tight ends on this time. Only one on there. 5 and 5 on the other two teams. And I usually don't take quarterbacks. Two of them, I only usually have one. But I don't know. There's a lot of people that need to prove stuff this year. So, let's see. Okay, here's this league. As you saw my team. Here's my team. Here's Gorilla Headgear. Chargers fan. Not bad. Dave's Desperados. Two defense kind of guy. Who's your daddy? He's the guy that took Bill Powell really early, I think. And he took Marlon Mack too. Not a bad lineup of starters. Start the car. And he has David Carr. That's funny. He's a Raider guy, but he's going to have Matt Ryan as his quarterback. Ooh, he has Antonio Brown and Tyreek. I have a team like that. So there's his team. Not bad. G. Mendez. Hurting at running back. Semi-Patriot fan. Not a bad team, though. Don't like the running backs. Miller time. Couple Thomases at wideout. Yeah, that's just not a bad team right here. Miller time, Bronco fan. Jersey 1. Got some wideouts. You got some wideouts. You only got 3 running backs. Four horsemen. Doesn't get me wet. Not bad. He went for a lot of running backs also. And Aaron Rodgers. Not a bad team. Bay Kings, good job. Oh, for the yellow draft. Here is my team. Me Mini. This is for an autographed mini helmet. Hence the mini term. We'll see what happens with Ezekiel. We'll be real happy if Ezekiel's playing. Wide receivers. More than likely, Peterson will be in here for Zeke. Reckless. Not sold on Mark Ingram. No, not real big on his running backs or his wide receivers outside of Brandon Cooks. Reckless looks reckless. Fantasy freaks. Got a nice little team there. Not sold on these 2 wide receivers. They have a ton of, this isn't a points per reception league. They don't score touchdowns. I'd have Emmanuel in there. At least he scores touchdowns. I'd have Emmanuel over there over Edelman. It won't happen, but that's who I'd do. This is the dude that kept on taking people that I wanted. Freak. The helmet heads. Aaron Rodgers, Ty Montgomery. So they went with Jaquez and Doug Martin. Not a bad team if Brait's the one that they keep throwing to. I like his team. Helmet heads. I like it. The Hanging Hernandez's. Got a nice team. Got some nice wideouts. Alright. Hanging Hernandez's will probably hang around. Chase 14. Always seemed like he was holding up the place. Got a nice little hookup in Luck and Hilton and Brown. I don't like Blount. Could be wrong. Don't like Gillislee right now. Don't like his running backs. When you have all of Baltimore's wide receivers, yeah. I don't know. Maybe. That's what happens when you take wide receiver in the first round. All right, Chase 14. Let's see. Password is Taco. Melvin Gordon. Wow. Not a big Diggs fan, but I like his team. It's got potential. What do you think? Huh? What do you think? Password is Taco. Interesting team. Jersey Boys. Not bad. Sorry, thought I heard something outside, and I did. I don't know. Alright, I guess. I'm not going to have anything bad to say about it. That's what this is all about. And here you go. Big blue R3. Got some backups. They got Martavis. You know what? He's got a lot of nice wide receivers. He could have a decent team. Alright, there it is. Well, check me out, because we're me mini. But there you have it. Everybody has a little bit of something, something. Something. I would have to pick between Joe Mixon and Adrian Peterson. And for Ezekiel, bet you I'd go with Peterson. Alright. One Yenzer. I'm out. Thank you.